and welcome to my third YouTube video about knitting and crochet projects that I either finish or never finish, or what I'm working on. It's nice to see you again. Lots of you tuned in on the last video, and as you can see, I finished something. This is the gorgeous Florence shawl by Florence Sperling for Loop London. And like I told you last week, I saw this shawl when I was in London to teach at Loop, and I love the shape, I love the flowers, but I couldn't knit. Now I can, and I finished it. It took me a while though, but yeah, I like it. It's very, I think because of the yarn I chose, it's very flexible, it drapes nice. Yeah, I like the shape. It's very nice. I'll show you and then talk you through it, what I did and which yarns I used. So here it is. With all the flowers, I did 4 different ones instead of 2, which the pattern calls for. I used different kinds of yarn, also a fluffy one. I like the texture. And there's a mistake somewhere here where I increased where I shouldn't have. But hey, that's a project where you can learn, because I had to do German short rows, which I hadn't done before. But now I know how to do those. Stunning color. Really happy how it turned out. The Florence shawl. A lot of new things for me. Like I said, the German short rows I had to do. It had an Icelandic bind off, which is flexible, but took a while to understand how I should do it. The yarns I used, I've got it in my notebook. I'll show you the page. So this is it with my test flower, and I wrote down all the yarns I used. So I've got this one, which is Malabrigo Diana 886, a hand-dyed yarn. I got it from Knitty City in New York. Then I've got the white, the fluffy white is an alpaca classic from Rowan yarns. Then down here there's a pink, that's the silky lace from Katia Concept. A very nice yarn, it has a sort of gleam over it. This is Yaku from Camarose 416, a superwash, and that was the deep purplish. And I think 2 more which I didn't have the label off anymore. And the body of the shawl I did in this one. It's the BC Garn, color number 07, Bio Balance, which is a 55% wool and a 45% cotton mix in a nice mauve color, purplish, which I thought went well with these ones. And it turned out really nice. So now I've got one shawl which is perfect for summer, I think, due to the cotton on the base. It drapes nice, and yeah, due to the colors it fits nearly everything. So I'm really proud and happy of this one. And the shape. So that's my finished object for today. Only one, because I had to work really hard on this one to even finish it for this video. Took me nearly the whole weekend, but I did it. And it's a good pattern to do even for me, a starting knitter. It's my 3rd knitted project, and I think I will want one more in a bluish green color maybe. I've got turquoise in there, maybe turquoise and brown, something like that. So this won't be my only one, I think. But first some other projects, like my Florence cardigan and more things I can wear for summer, t-shirts. So that's my shawl by Florence Sperling, but I'll link it down here in my show notes. And then a project, oh, first the Florence, the Felix cardigan I'm working on with the yarn from Etna. I showed you last week, there's not a lot of progress here due to the shawl I wanted to finish, but still there is some. So this is the top. I separated the sleeves, and I'm down here still doing the body, which I hope to finish this week. I haven't got a lot of time because I'm working 5 days. The guy I work with today got in ondertrouw. He got married for the law or on paper. It's not officially with a party and everything, but they had to do it for the house for a mortgage. So I went to work for him today, and on Friday I'm working as well. So 5 days this week, which doesn't give me a lot of crochet and handicraft time. But I do want to finish this one to get it off my needles and start another one. So still the lovely purple Felix cardigan I'm working on with the Svensk Ull from Etna. And the discount code is still on as well, 25% discount on those yarns. The code is underneath my last video, so if you want that, have a look there. I'm still working on Mabel the chicken. Look at my basket growing full of little chickens. Now I did embroidered eyes on these ones, but I wanted to try what safety eyes would look on, so I've got some of them finished but not filled up yet. I'm waiting for the eyes and I've seen that they arrived today, so I'm gonna try and finish a full basket for you next week to see the difference between safety eyes and embroidered ones. And I've got more bodies in here. I'm using all the yarns. That's the Mabel project, and I keep them in this bag, which is nice and big, by Bell on Instagram. Easy to keep all the balls of yarns, and if I go somewhere and I need an on-the-go project, I just grab this bag and then I can sit in the car and make some more Mabels while I'm waiting. Or if I am at school and I'm on a break with the children, I take this bag outside and then I make Mabels. So everything is in here, my hook somewhere, here it is, scissors, and lots of yarn in this colorful bag, which is lovely to see and to take along and work on a project when I have some spare time. So I'm still working on the Mabels. Mabel the chicken. I'll link the pattern underneath, so if you want to make Mabels too, then go right ahead. It's a fun and easy thing, especially with Easter coming up and spring. Then I have a project which I haven't told you about. You know, I like to crochet and I've got lots of scraps, and those scraps I roll into little balls and I keep them separated in a bag until I find a project for it. And usually I make flowers for them, or for my shawls and bags, or something, small projects. But now I thought of making something I could actually wear. So I've been making these African flowers with them for quite a while, I think for 3-4 months now. All purplish colors, pink, some neon yellows, sometimes red. There's a yellow or a mustardy color. And they're like a little hexagon, which can combine. So I thought about making a jumper of them, which I have been working on as well. Sorry for that. How did I do that? So this is the jumper base I'm working on. I started with brown to attach these hexagons together until they fit around my waist. Then I've got the length I needed, or the width, and then I just started adding them. And I don't want colors to match, so I don't want a purple like this next to it, so I try and match different colors so it looks interesting. Or for me, I think that's more interesting to look at. And this way I'm building the sweater. So now I'm trying to build it up to my armpit, and then I need to make sleeves, but I'm not even halfway, so I need to make more squares, I think. But this fits. So maybe for summer I have another jumper, an African flower jumper. Because I need to make more colors. This is a lot of pink. More purples and reds in here. Maybe I'll let it change color from purple to blue. That could be interesting as well. And what I'm planning to do is to knit the trim? No, knit the collar up here. Knit it, what's the... I don't know the English word at the moment. So I'm gonna knit the collar, I'm gonna knit the ends of the cuffs of the sleeves, and I'm gonna knit a broad band at the bottom of a jumper, which is a bit stretchy so you can wear it. So then it's a combined project between knitting and crocheting, which is fun as well, I think. And a little bit, there's no pattern of this, so I'm just gonna freestyle. So that's this project, which I'll keep you posted on as well. Now let's see what's in this little bag. This is a bag by Renee, a very colorful flowery one with tulips inside. The tulips are popping up their heads here at the moment. I live in the flower district of Holland, and the Keukenhof is opening soon, so it will be mayhem with the traffic. Oh yes, this project, because I finished my shawl, I was allowed to set up another one, which I did. And this one has been on my list for quite a while, but of course I couldn't knit, but now I can, and I thought, well, let's try. And I wanted it thin and an easy, flexible blanket, which I could use in also in summer and in winter. And when we go camping in Sweden in the summer, I think it would look nice in the tent. This pattern, because to me it looks a bit Indian with the arrows. Do some of you recognize it already? It's a northeasterly blanket. I'll get the pattern here. The northeasterly blanket, maybe you've seen it come by on Instagram. It's by Skenanigans, Melissa Alexander Loomis. And you can either knit or crochet it. I've chosen to knit it. And it's made up of these lines in the shape of an arrow. And you can either make all those lines separate and then sew them together, but I am going to try and knit them as I go. So I'm going to first finish one line and then knit the second one as I go and adding it to it, so the blanket will grow. And I hope to make a one-person bed cover. And I chose a thin yarn, sock yarn, to do it with. And as you can see, I started. This is a lovely green silky, which I bought from Gillian Harris from the Fluffatorium in England. And it's a broad stripe, and now I went to blue, which is Langyarn's Yaku, and it's a kind of navy blue. Whoops. There we go. This is the front, and you should see a line coming up here. That's how you can recognize where you need to do something or do something in the pattern, so you can create that line. That's why my stitch markers are there. Thank God for stitch markers. And needle stoppers, little bows at the moment. And my first mistake I already made. I changed color on the wrong row I was doing. There are two rows you need to switch between, and I changed color on the wrong one, but well, that's a learning point. I'm not taking it out. I'm leaving it there as a reminder to not change color in that line, because it should have looked like this. But hey, I like those little mistakes in my work, and it shows progress, and that I don't do it again, I hope. So this is really nice to work on. You can use your leftovers for it, or choose colors you like. So I popped in the bag at the moment this yarn. It's a leftover from this shawl, but it's not really a leftover. I could do something else with it, but I want a stripe of it in the blanket. And as soon as I've done a stripe, the skein of yarn is going out back in the cupboards if there's anything left, and then a new one I will pop in. So this bag is ready to go as well, to take with me if I need to knit. So this week it will be my go-to project at school. When I go outside with the children, when they're on their lunch break, we play outside in a park. I have 10 kids in my class, so I can sit on a bench and then maybe knit a couple of lines, and the children always like to come and watch what I'm doing, and that way teach them. So my northeasterly blanket. I wonder if I get it finished before summertime in Sweden. That's that one. Then I've got another cute project, which is this one. My mum came back from Australia a couple of weeks ago. And she's very creative too, and she brought me back a whole pile of these little lace doilies, which I love. I like the shape, I like I like the shape and the fact that you can look through them, the lacy patterns, that it's so really thin and fragile. And you can do all sorts of things with these. You can lay them on the table underneath a nice vase with flowers. You can make bunting from them by folding them in half. Or you can make a curtain by attaching them all together. Or make lace balloons in the sky. I did that last summer. When you blow up a balloon, glue it and then put all your doilies on it and then hang it somewhere with a light bulb inside. But what I'm going to use them for is for my festival. I also organize a festival which you can see on Instagram. It's called 4.nu. It's only in Holland. It's very small and it's held at a farm. And every year I want to make more decoration, more things to enjoy the festival. It has 8 tents and they're all back to back to a strip of forest. And the forest I like to decorate when the festival is there. Usually it's just forest, but for the festival I make little corners where you can sit in a chair and just lean back and watch the birds or the trees. And it's a very easygoing festival, creative one where you can do workshops. You stay 2 nights on the premises and it's really nice. So this year I am going to make bunting from these little doilies. So I need to attach them with a long chain. And now I've got a couple more. And imagine them hanging in the trees, which I think will look really nice. With fairy lights. Add them later. So that's what these doilies are for. For the bunting. So I've got big ones, small ones, thick ones, thin ones. Lots of them. And really nice. So thanks Mum for those. That's a nice project to work on too. Last but not least, I got sent a nice box of things by a brand called Hardycraft. Hardycraft is a brand in Holland and they told me they have now got their own line of knitting needles and crochet hooks. And they asked me if I would like to show them and test them. I haven't had any time yet because the weekend I was away and today I had to work. And then I came home and started making a video before it gets too dark because it's really gloomy outside today. It's been raining the whole day. So I hope it gets better weather soon because I'm really looking forward to spring. These are thin needles, the old-fashioned way. These are not the circular needles, but maybe they will make them too, not sure yet. Nice thin ones, so maybe I'll pop my northeasterly onto these ones. And crochet hooks, which is with a wooden handle. I like the wrapping in this natural fiber. So that's Hardycraft. Eager to try those. Maybe tomorrow. No, I have to work and then football. Maybe in the evening. I'll keep you updated on what I find. They don't have an own shop. You have to, if you are interested to, just look up the brand Hardycraft and then crochet hooks, and then have a look if you can find them near you or on the internet. But they also sell these cute kits. Look at this little cat. This one is knitted, and then we also have this one which is crocheted. It's a lemon, and this one already was taken by Pien because Pien has started crocheting again. She's making a koala at the moment, but she said, "Oh, that would be nice for summer on my bike." She's changing school at the end of the year. She will be going to high school. So, but I am giving this one away. The little cat and everything you need is inside the kit. So the yarn, the pattern is inside. And then you can make this cute little cat. It says here on the back, content, instruction, manual, 3 colors of quality yarn, stuffing material and safety eyes. So the eyes are also added. Oh yes, there. So the needles you need to provide yourself or buy them, of course, if you want to test these as well. And also a catalogus was in here. They've got loads more. Also crocheted animals. I think they're really cute for children. Even dinosaurs. Cute cute looking dinosaurs. All sorts of fun projects, even cars. So if you want a nice project to work on, then this might be what you're looking for Christmas. They've got something. And then the knitted animals. Oh, look at the donkey. So the giveaway I will do on Instagram. Make sure you have a look there if you're interested in winning the cat kit. It will be an international giveaway, so everybody can enter, not only Dutch people. So that's this one. So that's it for this week. I hope you enjoyed it again, having a look at what I've been up to this week. And I hope your week will be a fun one, hopefully with more sunshine than we have at the moment. Maybe you have started the Florence shawl as well. I would like to know which colors you are making, and if you run into any problems, or are you enjoying making it? When are you going to wear it? How did you choose your colors? Oh, that one shouldn't be on there. Or maybe you have started Mabel the chicken as well. Let me know in the comments underneath. I read them all. I try to respond to everybody. And I hope you have lots of craft time. And maybe see you next week. Enjoy your week.